What is up? How are you now? Hope yeah, having a good one. Yeah, no. The subject of the day today is gonna be Defiant X. Is that the name of the game? I think that's the name of the game. I've seen it. I need to double check because I don't play the first person shooters. I'm not a huge fan of first person shooters, but Defiant X or xdefiant, I'm dumb. You know, words, reading, it's all hard. xdefiant, trending hard, doing very well, and more power to them. But the game itself, like I said, I don't do a lot of first person shooters. I don't find like pure competition the I don't know. It's not necessarily my thing. I used to play Halo, Destiny, and games like that, but I never got into the battle royales. I never really got into like modern first person shooters. They're just not my cup of tea. It's not what I'm about. But what I do want to talk about is how xDefiant seemed to have developed and why I think they're going to be popular. They're not a COD killer. Like, they're going to take a good chunk of player base from COD. They're going to put some pressure on COD, but they're not a COD killer. Let's be real. COD has been around forever, and there are people that are always going to just love the name, the brand, the game, Call of Duty. They're going to be around. So I don't think they're going to be a COD killer, but what I like about what the developer did in the process of making the game xDefiant is it seems from the outside looking in, obviously I don't have any insider secrets or trade secrets that I heard from the development team, but it looks like what they did is they went and they saw everything that people were complaining about their largest competitor, which would be COD, and they basically built a game around features that players are complaining about in COD. They used information from games within their genre to develop how they wanted their product to release and be utilized. So there's things that I've seen, like they got rid of the player skill-based matchmaking and stuff like that allows them to say, like, you don't like this about COD, we don't have that here, and we're gonna listen to you. The game's still really early on. It just came out. They're going to continue updating it, and we'll see if now that the game is out, they start listening to their player base and developing the game in the way their player base specifically says they're looking for developments. I think they will, because it appears like they're very aware of how gamers interact with each other and what gamers complain about. And I think they're going to... The general idea for me is I think that game developers in the long run could be able to use this strategy in which they look at games within their genre, look at the things that people are complaining about the top 2 or 3 dogs in the genre the most, and developing the game in that direction where it's still their own unique game. Obviously they want to do their own thing and they have their own uniqueness to the game, but when it comes to the overlapping ideas and trends within the category or genre of the game, they can really lean on what the top couple dogs are kind of failing to deliver or people are complaining about, and it could deliver much better products for us, the gamers, in the long run. It's just another one of those things where I think developers, they have opportunities out there, and it's hard to like deliver unique games. I think Dark and Darker is an example. There was a game in development that wasn't going right, and the people behind it did not like the way the company was taking the game, and they took the game in a completely different direction. Obviously, they're in the same genre, same space, same style of game, and it's getting them in a lot of hot water right now as far as like the lawsuit and everything like that around Dark and Darker. But the developers realized that the game they were working on is not the game they wanted to deliver, and they walked away from the project, and a new project sprung up after that project died. There's a lot of back and forth, and it's not for anyone except the court systems and the companies to come to terms with who did what wrong. But at the end of the day, that idea of game development, where if you see a company that's making a game in your genre and you disagree largely with a lot of the details, you can fix those and take your game within that genre and that space in that direction and move your project forward. And xDefiant is kind of a big example of that right now, where they're doing really well. And I think it's because they listened to the CoD community on what they were missing and didn't like about the big dog in the first-person shooter genre. Again, I don't think it's a CoD killer, but I think it's going to have good longevity if they continue to listen to the community and keep the game with the community in mind and update it in a way that the community approves. I don't know. Only time will tell, right? We'll see. But I think they're doing a good job, and I think developers need to pay attention. Hey there, it's Skeg Broggy. Thanks for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and follow me here on Twitch for more awesome content. Link is in the description.